हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम नाज़रीन, मैं मोहम्मद आमिर सोहेल बिदरी 9 न्यूज़ चैनल में आप सबका इस्तकबाल करता हूँ। जैसे कि नाज़रीन आप जानते हैं कि हमारे इस चैनल का जो मकसद है एक बहुत ही हिस्ट्री और आजकल के जो बड़े मुद्दे हैं उस चीज़ों को हम आपके सामने रखते हैं। और जैसे कि हमारे चैनल का नाम खुद एक बिदरी के नाम से जाना जाता है, जो कि बिदर शहर की जो खुसूसियत है उसके बारे में हम बताते हैं। तो उसी तरह से इस बिदर की जो खुसूसियत है वो बिदरी हैंडीक्राफ्ट है और बिदरी आर्टिजन्स के बारे में जो हम लोग बहुत ही कम जानते हैं, बट सारी दुनिया में और सारे जो फॉरेनर्स है इसके बारे में जानते हैं। तो मैं यही मुद्दे पे आज हमारे पास जो खुसूसी मेहमान आए हुए हैं जो फॉरेन से यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका से लोग आए हैं, यहाँ पे विजिट किए हैं हमारे इंडस्ट्री के बारे में जानने के लिए और ये जो कला है जो आर्ट है उसके बारे में जानने के लिए। तो सबसे पहले मैं हमारे इस चैनल पे कुछ लोग आए हैं जो फॉरेन से, मैं उनका इस्तेमाल करता हूँ। हेलो सर, गुड मॉर्निंग। या ओके, so just want to ask a few questions. So, sorry, your good name, sir? Steven. Yes, sir. Karan. Okay. So you said Steve, right? Steve, just want to ask a few questions and know information about that. How you came to know about this Bidri art and how you came to know information about this. Can you please tell our audience?
And so one day I was just on YouTube and I saw this Business Insider video about this place, actually this shop here, and the Bidri work and how they make it and how it's slowly disappearing. So I think the series is called like Still Standing. So these guys are still standing. And then I was in Hyderabad and these guys came to plan a trip and I was like, where we should go? We should go to Bidri so we can see this Bidri work.
Okay. So you came to know about this Bidri work. Okay. So as you are coming from United States of America, right? So there there are very limited things that people will know, right? And this is a very unique thing from India. So how the people of United States and other states they'll feel about this Bidri art? Can you please tell me about it?
I think they will really enjoy this art, especially because it's so special just to this locality. It needs the soil from this fort here that we saw. It's very beautiful, this fort, to change the silver color. Into this black that you see here, to make this beautiful contrast between the silver and the black. And this art is very old. It came from 1200. These Persian artisans came over, so it's a very old, beautiful art.
Okay, so why only this particular art you liked it more? So I mean, what is the unique thing that you found it, and why you liked it more?
I think the patterns and the sort of the fine handwork is very beautiful, and it has like a Persian Mughal style, which is very nice and unique.
Okay, so Karan, as you came with him, so you also know about this Bidri art and Bidri work, that how the artisans are working. So can you please tell a small message to the people of India that how it is important and how we can take care of this particular art?
Yeah, I think this is a very rare treasure of India, and the treasure lives on in the artisans who work and make this material. Like we have seen them produce, and it goes to 7 or 8 stages, and it requires a lot of experience and a lot of expertise to actually create something as beautiful as this. And I think it's important that we continue to preserve this and to grow this and to respect and appreciate this, because it is a very, as Stephen was saying, 800-year-old legacy. And if people stop doing this, then we will lose this legacy. It lives on in people's hands and people's minds. And so I think it's very important for us to preserve this really beautiful art form that people like Stephen have come from outside to also appreciate, and that then spreads the name of our country in the US.
Okay, that's great. So I just want to know about your view.
Yeah, sure. No, so I think I mostly agree with Karan and Stephen. This is a very beautiful art form, and I really like how the artisans also walked us through all the different steps. They took out 1.5 hours at a time on a Sunday to take us through and show us how the molding happens, engraving, how all the different substances they use to clean and block the clean. It's a very meticulous piece of work that needs to happen. And only when all the different artisans of different specialities come together, only then something like this can be produced. And each piece takes so many days and hours to be ready. It's like a very special piece of art. And even the raw materials, like as Stephen was saying, the soil comes from the fort, which is, it takes effort to even go get the soil. So every part of this is special.
So absolutely correct. It's a very special thing that it will take a lot of efforts to make and a lot of time it will take. So Stephen, one more question that I want to ask. See, nowadays the new generation, they are going towards medical science, they are going towards IT industry and towards the new development, right? So what do you think that our new generation, the young youth, so they should come towards this and apply this particular art, and they should learn this art or not?
I mean, I think both things are important, right? It's important to learn the new skills, but also not to learn the old traditions.
No, I'm talking about the history. I mean, we should not forget our history, right? So in that context, I'm saying.
Yes, for sure. Like this history should not be forgotten. And actually, one last, I think, very interesting thing with this new generation, it's very, me, I. But we asked these artisans, who made a particular piece, and they said no individual makes a particular piece. It takes all different artisans doing different jobs. So each one of these pieces, it's not one individual artisan who makes, it's a whole team. And I think that spirit of moving away from the individual and towards the team is a very useful lesson for the next generation.
Okay. So it means overall it helps everyone to know about the past, to know about our history, what our ancestors used to do, right? So Karan, one more question I want to ask you. Just give a small message to the young youths and the students and the institutions who are working on the research and the previous people how used to live, right? So how they used to make the art. So just want to ask you one question, that can you please guide to the new youth that how they can utilize this, why they should learn about this?
I think it's important that as the youth learn these new skills, they also continue to integrate the past and bring it to the future, right? So as people in this shop are doing, this is a very old skill, but then they are using new skills like new technology, YouTube, etc. to spread the message, and that is how we ended up here. So I think it's important to integrate both the old and the new, and for the youth to actually use their new skills they are learning in universities to make this process better, make this process more efficient, make it, create new designs that then can be spread around the world. So I think it's important for the youth, as they are, thinking about how to use the new skills they're learning, how they can, use those new skills to, continue to grow this traditional art form around the world.
So, do you think that our government of India should take certain steps to increase the skills, to spread these skills among the people, among the youth in the organization? They should make one separate course for this. Do you think this should be applicable?
I think we should not rely too much on the government. I think the people themselves should preserve these art forms, because it's our art form, right? So the government can take some steps, but I think in terms of students wanting to learn these skills, I think they can do that on their own also, and I think it's our responsibility as citizens learn these skills and grow them.
Okay. So Stephen, one more question from you. That yes, you have came from a long journey, but it was a pleasure that I'm talking to you. Okay, that is very good. And you are liking the art of India. Okay, and I hope that you'll be spreading this particular information there in US. Okay, so just a small message to the people of India that they should learn this particular thing, and they should be creating this kind of new art, and they should make you happy there in US. Just a small message for them.
I think people in the US very much appreciate these kinds of traditional art forms, and I think other traditional crafts should take a lesson from this shop and expand and export to markets all over the world, and in that way preserve and expand on these traditional arts.
Thank you, Stephen. And so lastly, one small message from ma'am. Just want to give a small message to the youth, that how you are interested, especially girls, right? So a small message to the girls that you can give to encourage about these skills.
Sure. I mean, I think life ultimately is about beauty and community.
Correct.
And that's what this really symbolizes. They're coming together, all the artisans, so many years of legacy coming together to make this thing of beauty. So I think these should definitely be continued on, like Karan and Stephen were also saying. And there's so many modern forms today, Instagram, YouTube, etc., to kind of spread the word and bring these traditional crafts to people. And I hope that people pick them up and learn more about them and take take the onus on them to actually, pay for these things, perpetuate them, help others learn the skills, etc.
So thank you, ma'am, for your views. Thank you guys for staying with us, and Stephen, especially for you, that I'm very happy that I'm very glad that you have been visited over here, and I am expecting the same output from others. Who are staying over there in US, and you will be telling more about our art in India. Okay, thank you for that. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.